Alright, cool. So, this is my second major update on my air pistol, and I kind of want to go over what I've done so far. Um, Before, I just had a kind of a crappy red dot I'd acquired over the last year or two, just as a placeholder. I had the Viking Tactics Sling, and it's not so great, in my opinion. And I had some old rails I threw on here, so it was okay for the most part, but I've recently added some parts to it. And I do want to say that I goofed. I accidentally ordered a heavy buffer for it, which was fine, but it was for a T91 Taiwanese short stroke gas upper. So on the buffer, you can't use it with a standard AR because it has a little piece of material, like 30 thousandths stick out on the buffer. So it'll close on it, the upper and lower. It looks like it would work, like it would cock and everything, and load and make ready, all that good stuff. But if you try to use the takedown pin, it would not open because it kept hitting that. So I took that out, and I might end up using a Dremel and making it smooth or whatever, or just as a backup one. I'll probably go ahead and order a Spikes Tactical T2 like I'd originally planned. But I did get a chrome silicon buffer spring, and I recommend it because they take the twang out. On my 16-inch rifle, here, when you cock it, the BCG goes in the battery. By hitting the spring and going forward, hear a twang, and with this you don't. Though if you do hear a twang on these and regular springs of red, you just use some white lithium grease, a little bit of amount, and it should take that noise out, so no one's worried about that. Also, I got the chrome silicon spring, not so much it was quieter, it was a bonus, but because it'll last hundreds of thousands of rounds versus maybe 10,000 rounds. It was only like 20 bucks, so it can't beat that. I did finally get my Holosun AEMS red dot, and I very much am enjoying this. It's got 3 modes. It's got the single dot, the EOTech-like circle with a dot in the middle, and then the third option where it's just that circle. And yeah, no, it's great. It's much easier for your eye to catch the reticle, this little box, versus a tube. I believe it's essentially 20 millimeters, but what they did was it came out off the circle, off the bottom, and met. So it gives you a little more surface area in the corners. And it seems to me it's more natural. It's great. There's tons and tons of reviews about this, so I'm not going to go really too much detail about it, but I'm very well pleased with this. And I got off eBay for $399. So what else have I done? Oh, I added the MS3 Magpul Sling. Got out or not? It's a really good sling. Which was this? This was maybe 50 bucks or so. Great sling. I've had one just like this before in the past, my old rifle. But when I got rid of it, the sling went with it, and I wish I'd kept it. But I highly recommend the Magpul slings. They're fantastic. And then with this, I know a lot of people use Ranger bands to keep the sling stowed away. I still get to master it fully, so I've been using 2 Ranger bands. Keep it tucked away. It just kind of works for me. I need to take this to the range to get it sighted in anyway, so I'll be able to mess with the sling and how it's mounted and what I need it for. And I'll go from there to see if I can find a more efficient way of doing it. Oh, also, the Strike Industries hand stop. It's 3 pieces. This is one piece here. It's just the little grip. There's a middle piece. Then there's this last piece, this little tiny stubby thing. I had it all the way mounted up here. But naturally for me, instead of doing this, I tend to do this. It just feels really comfortable and natural that I can take my finger and pull back on it, and pull back with the rest of my hand, and my other hand here. So I'm pulling back 3 points of reference. And so far it's great. I'm going to take it Saturday to the range and dial this in and see what it does. I'm thinking of dogs. I'm using 45 PT green varmint ammo with this. And what I end up doing is getting some Lancer bags. They're really interesting because they're polymer, but they also have internal steel feed lips. They're very robust. I think they're about like 13 to 15 bucks online. I think it's like the next evolution of magazines. The P bags are great. I have a shit ton of P bags, Gen 2 and 3. Awesome bags. So I'm going to give that a try. The next project for this will be to put in the, I think it's the Sylvan Arms or the Adams Arms, two different companies, piston carrier kit. And then after that, I'll probably put a wall holder back here. And then I'll probably go ahead and SBR it and get a suppressor. That's it, relatively short video. Just my second major update. It's looking pretty good, I think. I'm biased. And I'm really enjoying how it's coming together. I'll eventually get a 3x magnifier for this too. I might end up getting the Unity. There's a spacer that you can put on here. They'll fit 1/3 co-witness sights, and then I'll kick that up a little more, and then I can get the Unity 3x mechanism that sits on top of the rail instead of off to the side. But that might be in the future too. But yeah, so far so great. Everything's good to go. I really like the fact that I switched my handles back over from one to the other. Alright, that's it guys. Have a good day and hope your weekend's awesome. Thanks.